Hello everybody, Tyrone the Guy 3 here, and welcome back to the Mario Generations topic 3.2. We are discussing stages, and we're in the middle era of stages, so let's get started. We're going with Super Mario Brothers World this time, or Super Mario World, excuse me, and the stage that's most memorable here. Now, this took a little bit of thinking, and I finally came up with the decision of making the Forest of Illusions a stage. Like, take three stages from the Forest of Illusions level and putting them in the game, because the Forest of Illusion is famous for most beginner players or like young people. Like when I was a kid, it was famous for me getting lost here. So like when I finally made it to the level of the game, I didn't know what to do, or like I didn't know how to get any further. So it was most noticeable. Also, the Forest of Illusions is where I felt Super Mario World really shine, because like everything was just vibrant, it was bright, everything had showed a really different atmosphere compared to the levels that I went through beforehand. And like I said, Forest of Illusions almost infamous for me getting lost, or for a lot of players probably getting lost, because that was the thing. It was like getting lost was like just the famous thing for it. Like a lot of people didn't know you had to go to the water level and find a key so you can open a different pathway. As far as classic level goes, I say that formula should still be the same with the multiple pathways. That way you'll get lost if you try to go from point A to point B of the level. So that means the player would have to be more inventive and find alternate routes in the stage in order to traverse through the level, rather than just to pass the level right off the bat. So yeah, I think it'll be kind of cool. You can find like hidden stars and stuff like that, or hidden time stars, but I'm gonna make that the gimmick I'll discuss the gimmick, I guess, for a later video. Anyway, modern Mario's Forest of Illusion should definitely be like the complete version, the version that you get after you beat the game, which means all the leaves should look should be like autumn-like leaves, like orange brownish leaves, instead of being green like the classic era or the 8-bit era's Forest of Illusion. I think that would be a really nice touch. And and since I would love to see the Forest of Illusions in 3D, it would also give more chances for Mario to take different paths in order to see which path leads to where the time star is. And I'm just saying, like, really finding like red coin missions in Forest of Illusion would be very interesting. Like I said, I would love to witness a Forest of Illusions in 3D. So yeah, Super Mario World's level, the Forest of Illusion, is definitely a level that I think should represent Super Mario World. Like I said, the modern version should be in autumn. It would be a really nice sight to look at. So yeah. Next up, I guess we got Super Mario 64. Mario's first step into the Nintendo 64 and his first step into a official 3D game. Now, this one was kind of obvious to me which level should represent this. I know I'm gonna get probably some heart for this one though, because it's so predictable and it's already been done. But let's face it, no other level could really take this level's spot. And it's I wanted to say the Bob-omb Battlefield, because it's like, I know what a lot of people are thinking, Bob-omb Battlefield's already been done in Throwback Galaxy. Well, here's the thing about Bob-omb Battlefield that I just really respect. Well, I don't think Bob-omb Battlefield was done in Super Mario Galaxy 2. I think it was another level, but overall it still had the same music. So yeah, and classic, I just like the Bob-omb Battlefield just does the best job of getting the player introduced to Super Mario 64. Like, the 3D areas are wide, they're open, there's so many gimmicks you can do in this level. This is the level that kind of does the whole Super Mario 64 level world the best. Now, there are other levels that I figured, but they're not as memorable. Or at least to me, they weren't that memorable. And Super Mario 64 just had the Bomb Battlefield down packed with like the chain chomp that's always at the start that you need to be, which definitely in the 8-bit version of Bomb Battlefield, they can obviously use the chain chomp again, only just like, you know, pretty much do the same concept as in Super Mario Bros. 3 with the chain chomp. So that would definitely be doable. Another thing I would like to tackle would be the race against the Koopa. The race you do against the Koopa Quick. I think his name was Koopa the Quick or something like that. I would love to see like a little 8-bit style classic platforming race against Koopa the Quick. And that's how you would receive one of your stars. Just race Koopa the Quick across the Bomb Battlefield in a side-scrolling platformer like style race. That would be very interesting and would definitely change up some things. Another just like I said, little gimmicks like that. This is where we'll be introduced to a little bit more newer power-ups like Metal Mario, Cape Mario, and Invisible Mario. I'm not really sure what 8-bit Mario could use the invisible thing for. I guess he could take like paths that he wouldn't be able to take if he were like what's the word, phaseable, because if he can phase through stuff, then he could probably phase through like certain blocks that would be blocked off unless he wasn't invisible. So yeah, I would definitely like to see a lot of these power-ups being utilized in the Bomb Battlefield as far as 8-bit. And modern version would pretty much be the same as it is in 64, only with like touched up new platforms, obviously an HD like environment. Music obviously would be remixed. Yeah, it's just like the challenges to get some of the time stars would probably different up. Yeah, it would just be something really cool to see. So yeah, with that said, that pretty much speaks for itself. And also with the cannons, this would be a time, and just take note of the cannons because I'm going to discuss them again in the next part when we talk about the modern era. But 8-bit Mario could like go into cannons and blast through the cannons to get through different parts of the level. It would just be a very interesting game. Like I said, there's so many gimmicks that the Bomb Battlefield introduces in Mario 64 that, you know, it would be the best level to represent Mario 64 in that area. So I guess we move on to the game that Mario had in the GameCube, which is Super Mario Sunshine. And in Super Mario Sunshine, this took a lot of thinking. What level could represent Super Mario Sunshine? Now, thinking long and hard about this, I pretty much stopped and said the answer was obvious. And it hit me that Delfino Plaza should be just be the level. Now, I know what you all are thinking. What? Delfino Plaza is the hub world for all the other worlds of Mario Sunshine. True, but this is the thing about Delfino Plaza. Delfino Plaza pretty much has the entire... Look at the environment. Super Mario Sunshine takes place pretty much on a beach. In a tropical-like beach area. With that being said, Delfino Plaza does a good job of pretty much showing off every last gimmick that Super Mario Sunshine has, just all in one area. So it would make no sense to pick one level individually. And besides, out of all the levels that I play in Super Mario Sunshine, Delfino Plaza is still the only thing I can remember majorly when I think of Super Mario Sunshine. Like, it's the only level that represents Sunshine well, and it's the hub world for the entire game. Which means, yeah, the Delfino Plaza has every last Sunshine gimmick in it at least once. Yoshis are obtainable anywhere in Delfino Plaza, not just in levels. You can fight off against a lot of the glob monsters in Delfino Plaza. There's tons of shine sprites to get. It's a level. It's a giant level that shows off Sunshine completely. And it would make no sense to pick and choose one level individually. So Delfino Plaza would definitely be the level. Now, as far as the flood gimmick, Modern Mario could probably have the flood gimmick for that level, just like how Sonic can only use the light dash on certain levels because of the ring placement. But I see no reason why modern Mario can't just go solo on this one and just do the level without flood, because a lot of the enemies flood was just a gimmick. He's not really that necessary. However, I say there should be an option to have him on or off. Now, as far as 8-bit version obviously doesn't need flood because he never used flood in the time. He doesn't know what flood is. Or at least there should be a little cutscene where modern Mario uses flood. 8-bit Mario tries to use it and he's screws up, or he gets very confused on the basis of flood. I think that would be very funny. So yeah, 8-bit Mario, this would be a good chance to finally introduce some water levels in the 8-bit version of Delfino Plaza as well, because you could have some World 2-2 gimmicks from Super Mario Bros. 1 put into Delfino Plaza. This would be a good time to put Mario in some underwater environments. Also, you can have him do several beach gimmicks, things like that. And then modern Mario can do the little stingray race, or just little obtain stars just like that. 8-bit Mario, like I said, this is a good time just to finally start putting in some underwater levels, bring some bloopers, bring some chi-chis, little things like that, just to present a challenge towards Mario, or 8-bit Mario. So yeah, I really think that Delfino Plaza as a whole does a good job of representing Mario Sunshine, and there's no need to pick and choose a specific level. So with that pretty much said, I have gone over the 3 middle stage levels that should be in Mario Generations, if a Mario Generations level were to exist. So yeah, what do you think of the gimmicks? Do you think these are good ideas? Go over your thoughts in the comments. And also, I do remember your name finally. It's 911. 911, my fault. I don't mean 911. 911. He. I know it sounds like a weird name, and I appreciate the uniqueness of your name, but I'm just saying, kudos to you for your job on the Mario Generations fan-made game that you're making. You all should probably check out his channel if you want more details about that. And that's pretty much my opinions. Tell me what you all think. I'm going to end this right here. Tyrone the God 3 out, and I'll discuss the modern era on my 3rd video, so stay tuned for that.